Part 3.
Part the third.
Yes. More beer.
You may notice that I get more loosey-goosey as we get through the parts because I'm drinking gin now.
Let the hunt begin.
I need that dog.
The wild.
I need that dog is good luck. I need him. That's a terrible hand. Get rid of that. For a much better hand.
1, 3, and 3.
It's always nice to get rid of like a super terrible hand for even like a moderately decent hand. Because you just feel so much better. Like I have Alex Straza and Hogger, and I get rid of them for like, 1 and 2 mana card, or even like, a 2 and 3 mana card. I'm like, wow, this hand is awesome!
At some decks, that are like middle curve or high curve, it's hard to get a good hand to start with. So when you do, it's especially nice. So sometimes with some decks, it's a rare thing.
Oh, keep the hounds, man.
If I remember right, I didn't. Okay, good, I did. I obviously don't remember it very well.
It's your bread and butter right there. You can't get rid of that.
You have the green card backs. I've still been using the fireside
I
ones.
will hunt you down.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I'll just use the new one.
The new ones now are the rainbow ones or whatever.
For what? For this season?
Yeah, for this. But it is today.
Did they like show it on a forum or something? Or because I haven't seen it.
Oh no, it's in the. It was in the. What should I call it? The thing you log in with the Blizzard.
Oh.
It has a little news story.
Yeah,
and stuff.
the launcher. I don't pay attention to that, so. Oh, don't play the hounds, man. I'm talking to the other Smeg the Pants that's on the screen.
Hunt alone.
Don't do it! No!
No, I did it.
He might listen.
I fight.
2 trackings.
Tracking's supposed to be like one of those cards that if you're doing like the Hound, Buzzard, buff minion thing, that you have to have. But every time that I've built a deck and put tracking in it, when I play the tracking, I always like have to discard something that I really need.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a big fan of it either.
But you're supposed to do it so you can fish for like the Hounds or the Buzzard or the Direwolf Alphas.
Well, if you build your
Or
deck,
not Direwolf, but the wolves that buff all the beasts.
well, if you build your deck right, then it probably is worth it. It probably does work. But my deck isn't really an expertly built deck or anything.
Oh yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, please post them in the comments. Because, Captain Noob here.
Yeah, neither of us are legendary players or anything.
Hunt alone.
But do keep in mind, some of, as far as our deck designs go, that's often because we just threw them together or because we don't have all the cards unlocked.
I fight.
But when it comes to misplays, well, there's no excuse for that. That's just because we're retarded.
Where?
Hey,
Or drunk.
there is an excuse. Yes, that's right. It's called Nerds with Beer.
Yes. Hey, you're drinking gin. You're cheating.
I'm accelerating the effect.
Nerds with liquor.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. Screw you. I'm splitting off. I'm forming my own faction. We're nerds with liquor.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
They could have a football game, the Nerds with Beer versus the Nerds with Liquor.
We should do a Chaos Bowl tournament sometime.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Oh, this is rough for you.
I got 6 health.
You turn this around. Hey, I turned it around from 5 health with my priest. Anything is possible. Okay, look at your hand. I don't know.
Hey, I can reduce your 2-1 to 1 health. Oh, but he's alright.
Nature will rise against you. I will hunt you down.
Yeah, that did not go well.
Well, you did say it was a deck that you weren't really familiar with, and you just kind of slapped together.
Nature
And that
will
misdirection,
rise
man.
against you. I will
Actually, that one,
Misdirection.
that one was one of the few decks I got from online, actually. But I wasn't familiar with it. But well, usually if I look up decks online, they're interesting. They give me ideas, but I can't use them because I don't have the cards. But this one I actually had the cards for.
You had kind of a bad draw, too. You didn't get the things... And I was playing around hounds, so I tried not to put too many creatures out, but you didn't get a lot of the cards that, you know, synergize with the hounds, like the buzzards. And do you have that beast that gets 1/1 every time a friendly beast dies?
Yes, but I don't think it was
They
in that
see-
deck.
Oh, it's not in the deck? That should be in the deck.
It
But
might be.
You didn't. If it was, you didn't draw it, and that's another big one
Yeah.
for the hunters.
That deck, though, is it's built around some idea, and I just put it together because I needed a hunter deck, or I wanted a hunter deck, and I didn't even know what it was about. It's called Face Hunter, though, so yeah, anyone interested could look it up and maybe figure out the right way to play it. I just showed the wrong way to play it. Though that misdirection works really well against Priest at a key moment.
Works really well against a priest directed by a drunk person who doesn't know the hunter's secrets.
You know what they need to invent? They need to invent like you could hook it up via USB to your computer, and breathalyzer. You could tell how drunk you are, and then have like a drunk league, right? Like with instead of weight classes, there's blood alcohol classes. So if you're this drunk, you go into that class, playing against people who are similarly drunk. Up and down the scale based on your blood alcohol level.
But I mean, I'm a pretty thin guy, so my blood alcohol, I'm gonna be affected a lot quicker than,
That's fine.
let's say.
It wouldn't be by how much you drank; it'd be by how drunk you are.
Oh, well, I mean, if you does the breathalyzer give you a blood alcohol, or just like because I'm not sure.
I don't think
we're not drawing blood,
Yeah.
Nobody would do that. Like a finger prick to play in this league.
You have to cut yourself.
Yeah.
Stick your
The
finger in it.
pavement is blood.
You ever see the original movie Dune, where he puts his hand in a thing and it starts like, and if he pulls his hand out, they'll kill him? It's like a test to see if he can withstand, if he's like an animal, then he'll just give in to instinct to pull his hand out. But, and they have this thing up to his neck, and if he does it, they kill him. Like that. And, so he has to pass the test, he has to keep his hand in, despite the fact that it's burning his hand and his skin starts, being flayed and all that. But, it'd be like that, except it'd be USB.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah.
I fight.
The USB Doom box. Well, that overload limiting what I could do.
I fight.
Kind of. I'm
Having
like,
trouble?
well, no. I was pondering, like, should I play the Demolisher? That Demolisher's really annoying. But the Yeti's pretty strong, so I couldn't. It was the most mana efficient play.
I think I was hoping for a spell damage for them.
Yeah. For sure.
1 in 4 chance, though.
Well, you still wouldn't have killed the Yeti, even with the spell damage to it.
Still one more thing, dude. Oh, that was good.
Though you wouldn't have killed it. You might have gotten it down to 1 health.
No, I would have got the 2-1. Well, not him. No, he did die. He's replaced with the 2-1.
Yeah, that's the Harvest Golem.
Yeah, that's his death rattle.
Was he at full health? Was the Harvest Golem at full health?
I don't remember.
I did. That was like 3 seconds ago.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I can't remember 3 seconds ago. You're asking too much of me. It looked like you were gonna pick up a card and then change your mind. There's the.
Well, I'm still kind of like wary because you have like lightning storms and stuff. Like I don't want to put too much out, and I know you have lightning storms. Like that one right there.
I might have to use my second one. And look at that. That's horrible.
Polisher didn't even get a single charge off. That's
Karma kind of owed that to me from that arcane missiles earlier in the tournament where all 3 hit the guy, hit the guy with 3 health.
right. Yeah.
So it was just a fate, coming back around again.
Where shall I strike?
So I can't really complain. I've been on the other side of that.
The overload makes it so you can't even play your fire elemental.
Yeah,
You poor guy. You poor guy, you. Doomhammer.
What to do?
That's better about doing it and rock right. Not that I would have wanted to do that here, but it's just a nice combo in general.
I give up. I'm done.
Yeah.
No.
I shouldn't have given up, especially since a tournament we were recording, but I'm like, no.
The Walk of Shame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I lose 5 decks.
For shame, for shame.
Another crew rush deck.
I must protect the wild. I will fight with honor.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can't play the 1 with nothing. You kind of want something to use the Argent Protector on.
Sword of Justice, I only have one of those unlocked.
One more than me.
I will fight with honor. I must protect the wild.
Must protect the wild.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Makes even your little minions decent.
Yeah, it's really strong.
My greetings. Justice demands retribution.
You such a jerk. You such a jerk.
Justice demands retribution. Nature's against you.
But nature will rise against you. Good thing I hung on to that ooze.
Yeah, here comes the ooze. Bye-bye, a weapon that I didn't get to use at all. So horrible.
It's okay. It's okay. I hate that weapon because I don't have any of them.
Well, you don't have any of those? I didn't.
Man's retribution.
I knew you didn't have a Doomhammer. I didn't know you didn't have that one. Well, I didn't know you had a Doomhammer until this tournament, but I think I only have one of them myself, of each. One Doomhammer and one Sword of Justice. I don't have Gorehowl, though. You got that one.
Not on my watch.
That should be a 3-3 and a 5-3 on my side.
I should have run my Argent Squire into your Arcane Golem and then Starfall. But I think I wanted to save Starfall, one bigger creature. Yeah, good thing you have bigger creatures in your Rush Paladin deck, right?
Yeah, no
I fight.
bigger creatures, but there are buffs and stuff. So you make bigger creatures sometimes. Yeah, I'm not too happy with the Rush Paladin deck. I was trying to make it as effective as my mage deck and failed.
Reporting for duty. Not on my watch.
But I still have hopes that maybe I could tweak it and make it better. I haven't given up on the concept, but at least my implementation of it is, I don't know. It's not too horrible, but it's like I played with it a handful of times, well, a bunch of times, and its win rate is pretty low. Whereas with the mage deck, the win rate is pretty high.
For the wild.
I fight.
The class cards just really work well with the rush deck better on the mage. With the mage,
You have a lot more removal. So you just throw out all your little creatures. Safe.
Get in there and fight, maggot! To battle!
I haven't tried it with many of the other classes yet, though. But I have so few cards unlocked on some of the other classes that I can't really give it an honest try. See, you got full use out of it.
Yes, that's. I knew that was coming. Yes, I knew it.
Let me.
Card trophy.
I haven't been able to do it often because people don't often have very full hands.
Job's done.
But I love it when I can make the opponent draw cards and then they're just burning cards.
Oh yeah, that's always funny.
It's so satisfying.
I did that to priests a lot. Like they get two of their, when someone gets healed, they get a card, and you can really make it go out of control, and they lose card after card after card, like multiple cards a turn.
It's so satisfying to watch the cards burn.
Double stealth.
Let me think. I hear you got a problem.
And can you? Am I remembering wrong? But like when their card burns, you can see what it is, right?
Yeah, you can see what
Yeah.
it is.
And that just makes it all the more satisfying when it's, you know, the legendary they were waiting for, or the card draw they were waiting for. Well, not the card draw, but or whatever it was they were waiting for. There's some important thing, like or if they're a gimmick deck, their gimmick card, and then there it is, destroyed.
Oh, I missed lethal there. Wait, did I have lethal? I think I had. Did I have that Savage Roar, right, or was that Claw? That was... Well, we'll see in a second.
Well, I almost had lethal, but those 2 heals you did got you out of the lethal range. Even though I have way less health, it was actually really close. You, I think, had lethal last turn, maybe, and then I almost had lethal this turn, but then you had those heals. You know, one of us was gonna die, like right around here. Unfortunately, I'm the one.
Oh, the Claw. I didn't have lethal.
Well, then you're lucky you did what you did, because I would have had lethal if you had it healed at all.
Nature over justice.
Yep.
Demands retribution. Nature will rise against it. Justice demands retribution. Nature will rise against
Yeah, too many games are like that with that Paladin deck where you almost win, but you just don't quite, you know, seal the deal.
Well, seems that way for a lot of, you know, Zerg decks that have Leroy in them, because you're waiting for your Leroy bunch of charge buff combo thing, so you can like take them down to like 20 health if they're not expecting it. But if you don't, if you're not able to get to that point, or if they heal back up, then you're screwed.
Well, yeah, like I said with the mage deck, you know, you have to win early or you're gonna lose. But with the mage deck, it usually works. You can actually pull that off. You can actually win early. But with the paladin deck, it's a little slower, and that kills you with a rush deck. You can't have that slowness. You can make up for it with the mage deck by using one of the fireballs to the face instead of on a creature or something. And so if you get them all the way down to 6 health, only you just can't quite finish them off. You know, the fireball can make the difference. You can reach around taunts and everything with it too. Yeah, I won't comment on that.
You don't have to.
Good. Overload.
Feral Spirits is just such an OP card.
I love Feral Spirits.
It needs a nerf.
Nah.
Yes.
And they cost 3 and they have overload. I mean, the
They should
mage.
give it one more overload.
The mage has the super cheap double taunts that come out.
But they have no attack.
True, but I think they're. I mean, if you're just using them as a taunt, I think they're even worse. If you get them on turn 1, it can take a turn or 2 or 3 to get rid of them, depending on, you know, who you're fighting and what they drew.
Wait, why would they be even worse if they're a taunt with no attack and less health? How are they worse?
Well, because they're so cheap, so you can do it literally on turn 1. and it doesn't hamper you the next turn at all as the mage, because there's no overload.
Still needs nerf.
Nah, they're fine.
Nope, needs a nerf. You're wrong. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
You just need to use them more. Embrace the
shaman
joy
deck.
that is Feral Spirit.
To build a shaman deck, you really need a lot of the class cards, and I don't have a ton of shaman class cards unlocked.
That's how I am with Warrior and Rogue. That's why I have neither of those in this deck. Or in this tournament. I only ever make decks for those when I get quests that are for those. And like I say, okay, get rid of that quest, give me a different one, and then it gives me the other one that I don't have any cards for. It's like, okay, great.
How much overload does Earth Elemental have? 2? 3?
I'd have to look at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cost 5 mana.
It's at least 2. It might be 3.
It costs 5 mana. So you put it out, and it doesn't really hamper you. Because if it's 2 on the next turn,
It's 3.
you still have 4 mana to play with. It's 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's 3.
The light protects me.
Let's say you do get it out on turn 5. You still have 3 mana to play with the next turn. And the other guy has to deal with a 7/8 taunt.
Yeah, but he has...
Is it an epic? It's an epic, right?
Yeah, but he has more mana than you, and he could just silence it or sheep it or whatever.
That's if you have that type of spell. All my classes don't have that type of spell.
Well, anyone could have a silence.
Well, yes, but then you still have a 7/8 non-taunt to deal with.
Wind Fury for the win. See, that's the usefulness of it in this deck, is that, you know, it acts as a taunt to protect that Wind Fury card. Or in this case, got rid of your taunt, so the Wind Fury card could hit the face. But usually it's just there to protect the card you're Wind Fury.
If I Starfall your Tiger... Did you have any charges in that, in your hand? Oh, anyway, irrelevant. But that was, part 3, guys, so, I hope you enjoyed, and,
Stay tuned for 4. Yeah, stay tuned for part 4.